Hello, and welcome to Phil Brown's Computer Networking Lab. You're watching the instructional video called DHCP Configuration. The Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, otherwise known as DHCP, is a networking protocol that configures network cards with IP addresses required to communicate with other hosts. Computers that are connected to IP networks must be configured before they can communicate with other hosts. The most essential information needs to be an IP address and a default gateway. DHCP eliminates the need for network administrators to assign these configurations manually. It also provides a central database of devices that are connected to the network and eliminates duplicate resource assignments. We can see here that this network card client is set for DHCP because it is set to obtain an IP address automatically. When the client computer is turned on, it will start broadcasting DHCP discover packets through its Ethernet ports. The DHCP discover packet basically tells all local DHCP servers that the client needs to have its network address configured. If a DHCP server is listening on the local network, the server will look in its table for available IP addresses, and if it finds one, it will suggest an IP address to the client by sending the client a DHCP offer packet. There may be a number of DHCP servers on the local network, so the client may receive a number of DHCP offer packets. The client will pick one and tell the DHCP server that sent the DHCP offer packet that the client wants to accept its configuration parameters. The client will use a DHCP request packet to make the reply. The DHCP server will then mark the IP address as unavailable in its table and send the client a DHCP acknowledgement packet telling the client that it may use the offered configuration. The IP DHCP pool command puts the router in DHCP configuration mode. The network command assigns a network range for the DHCP to offer its clients. The default router command specifies the default gateway that clients should use if the IP address that they are trying to communicate is not on the local network. The DNS server command specifies the IP address of the domain name server. The IP DHCP exclude address command defines the IP address range that the server is not allowed to offer. The show IP DHCP pool command and the show IP DHCP server statistics command are both very useful in verifying that the DHCP configuration is set up correctly. This is the terminal window of the DHCP server router. Let's look at its running configuration. Here we see the configuration that is given to the clients, the range of network IP addresses that are handed out, the default gateway, and the DNS server. We also see a list of IP addresses that the router is not allowed to hand out. The IP DHCP pool command allows us to verify that the DHCP pool has been configured correctly. Now let's verify the IP address range and see how many IP addresses are currently leased out. We can troubleshoot the DHCP configuration by viewing statistics on what type of DHCP packets are sent and received, and how many IP addresses are currently leased out. I have just demonstrated how DHCP could be used to configure a client's network IP address. I hope this video was informative, and I thank you for viewing.